Hey, what's going on, everybody? We're back on our BKFC Reddit Ask Me Anything. We're joined by a good friend of the show, Andrew, the Golden Boy Yates. How you doing, sir?
Great, you guys.
We're good, dude. So I'm gonna start out like your last fight didn't go your way. Some people on the Reddit were kind of critical. You didn't like that. I I I understand where you didn't like it, but I didn't think anybody was necessarily being mean. But I think looking back, you did you take anything from that? Like, I feel like you didn't fight your fight that last fight. Like, I don't feel like you. I think you wanted to deliver a highlight reel knockout the last fight, and it wasn't going your way. And instead of like kind of maybe changing it up, you were like, "I'm gonna go out on my shield." How do you feel about that?
Kind of. I just got complacent. I got real comfortable, and was trying to do something that wasn't me out there. Josh Hubbard is he fought Corey Sandhagen UFC. Uh, I don't know if Corey Sandhagen won the championship in the UFC or what, but Josh fought him, knocked him down. I think
Sure.
two times in his fight. Josh ain't no joke. He had I think over 60 or 70 fights, kickboxing, everything. Um, Nobody wanted to fight him. Um, I said, yeah, as always, let's do it. I just wasn't being myself. So it wasn't just the Reddit people. There are a lot of people out there like saying a lot like, oh, what the heck? Yeah, it just it's all good. We're on a new thing coming back. I don't care. I'm ready to go. Uh,
You
didn't stay down. That's all I know.
I was gonna say, like, and I feel like it's a good motivation. Like you're like, holy shit! It's crazy how everybody loves you, and then you take a loss, and then suddenly it's like, and it makes you wonder, like, oh, those people real fans. Like I said, I feel like I wasn't necessarily critical, but like I said, I feel like I was like, oh man, I wish you would do this or that, type of thing. And like I said, you have that warrior mentality. Like I can tell that you like used to train with Vanderlei because it's like the whole like kill or be killed, and you don't want to play it safe, and that's just not who you are as a fighter, and that is why you put on exciting fights. Up.
Yeah, I didn't want. I'm not gonna go out there and try to play it safe ever. That's why I have a great relationship with Dave. Obviously, I feel like other people on the BKFC employment don't like that. They want knockouts or knockouts only, or for you to be knocked out, and that's all they like. But
Sure.
I'm not that guy. I'm gonna go in there and I'm gonna entertain, have fun, like always. But yeah, like you said, it's be killed or kill somebody, and unfortunately, my last fight, I was on the other end. So
Okay, the one thing that I find kind of interesting is you keep fighting at 165, but you are more of a 155 pound. Are you asking for 55? Is BKFC just saying like we would prefer you to stick at 65? Like, why is that?
I have no idea. I have asked now for the last two fights at 55. I literally just got done hunting and I was 175 on the dot. So I'm 10 pounds over, the week and a half out. 55 is where I would like to be. They the problem is Nate knows that if he offers me a fight, I'm gonna say yes.
Sure.
He knows that, unfortunately, and I could talk all the shit I want to say. Next fight, I'm not gonna say yes to 65, but I'm not gonna say no either. So they know that. They know I'm down to fight no matter what, and so they just keep offering it. And I keep just, yep, let's go.
Okay, so you just talked about hunting. Like, what were you hunting? I'm curious. We just wrapped up bear season. My wife almost got a bear. It didn't happen. The neighbor ended up killing the same damn bear we were hunting. Like, I had no idea they were even hunting also. But what were you hunting, and were you successful?
It's just early duck season over here, so we have another 4 or 5 days of duck season out here until we get a 2 week break, and then it goes into our big duck season. So just ducks, and yeah, it's always successful. We got one of my great friends owns private property in the middle of the river, and he gives me full access to it whenever I want. So we're always killing something over there.
Do you plan on doing any big game hunting, or like I know you've done it before, but I know ducks is like your favorite, and I still think you need
Yeah.
to get Kamosi and some of those guys to come. Like Kamosi was just out antelope hunting. I feel like he needs to come to Grand Junction and go duck hunting with you.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, no. BKFC, I'm sorry, BKFC doesn't understand that Colorado's a big hunting state, and they keep putting fights October. Bro, that's second season of elk. What are we thinking? Like, who
Right.
comes to watch fights? Nate, start to learn your freaking where the fighters are at. Colorado second season. People who watch fights are beer drinking, freaking hard nosed guys that like to hunt. And guess what? You know, it's hunting season, so they should probably change that to like early October or something, and they'll probably get even a bigger crowd. But hey, it is what it is.
So they've done shows in Utah. They've done shows in Denver. I feel like Grand Junction would be an awesome spot for you could pull in the Utah people, you pull in the Denver people. Oh, did I lose
Nope,
you?
nope,
Oh,
I'm
there
here.
you are. Anyway, I feel like Grand Junction would be a great, for like one of those fight nights or a prospect card. Like, have you expressed that to Nate and those guys yet?
Yeah, I've asked. I told them we had fights here many, many times. Me and my dad owned a show here. We still have all like the cage and all this stuff. Uh, I just don't think they know the. I don't think they know the state. They think
Sure.
let's go back to 2 fights ago. They freaking didn't give me a hotel room. They're like, no, just go home. I'm like, dude, I live 5 hours away. I'm not going home. You
Right.
gotta give me a hotel room. And they're like, well, we thought you were local. You're from Colorado. I'm like, do you not know how big Colorado is?
Right.
I'm on the complete opposite side of Colorado. Yeah, they don't. They just think Colorado is Denver, Greeley, Fort Carson, Colorado Springs. It's not. There's the Western Slope over here. I'm 5 hours away. We got the hotel thing situated, so that's cool. Now they know I'm not. I need a hotel because I'm not driving home. But
Right.
we could definitely put dude the crate. We could do a amazing prospect series card here, and I'm all down to help them. I'll do whatever it takes. I could help them. I got the events arena. I got everything. We know what to do here. I'll help them sell the tickets. I guarantee it'll be a sellout for the event. But
Sure.
yeah, they said they're interested, and that's where it stops right there.
I feel like there's a good chance it'll happen now that they're going to start doing some of these dark shows. I don't know if you know too much about it, but they're going to start putting on like kind of like wrestling house shows where they have one that's coming up, and I believe there's 3 pro BKFC fights on it, and then the rest of them are all amateurs, and they're just trying to look. And it's not going to be televised, but it'll be they'll televise the main events like later. So it sounds like they're going to try to start going to the smaller markets and see if they can't find more diamonds in the rough.
Well, let's hope if they do. Like, man, Chris Lytle knows. Call me, Nate. Call me, Dave. Call me. I'm down. We got. I guarantee we're selling out the arena here. Every fight, I did little MMA shows and I sold out the arena here, dude. It's gonna be an easy sellout.
Okay, so for your last fight, I know like Genesis is a big gym in Colorado. I know you were gonna go to Genesis, but then you were fighting a guy who like trains there, so then you didn't necessarily. Now I've seen you at Genesis a couple times. Like, what is it like going to Genesis and training with a bunch of people who have the bare knuckle
Dude,
experience?
Genesis is amazing. I love them over there. I was welcomed with open arms. I was training there um, for a little bit more than a week, just because I'm 5 hours away, unfortunately.
Right.
So I got to go up though. Got some great rounds in. Marcus Edwards beat my ass a little bit. I gave him some punches. It was just a great time. Corey Madden is from there. He fought BKFC a while ago, but
Sure.
he's a great boxer. He just moved here to Junction, but he was training at Genesis. So there's a bunch of Genesis is just a great gym and great group of guys, and dude, it was amazing. And yeah, they definitely gave. I fought Genesis now 3 times on
Okay.
MMA, 2 MMA, one BKFC, and I'm 1-2 against them, unfortunately. So they know me. They know what I was doing wrong. The coach over there knows everything, um, and he gave me some tips and told me what he's looking for. When he's training a fighter to fight me, what he's looking at, telling them this is what we're gonna catch him with. This is what we're gonna do. He had my number. He had my
Yeah.
number, and so we changed that up now. He gave me a few little tiny points, that he could with the short amount of time I had over there, and I think it's gonna be a little bit different. We're gonna go back to the old school. I'm just going in there having fun. I'm not comfortable. I'm not comfortable in there like I was. Will kind of I can't be touched kind of thing.
Sure.
I'm kind of a little pissed off, honestly, about my spot on the fight card. That I wanted to be like beginning fight. I've asked for that,
Sure.
but then they put me like on the free fights, which whatever. I kind of feel like it's a slap in the face, kind of not. I don't know. I got mixed emotions on that one. But what I do know is really annoying is that annoys me is something we can't talk too much about, but the pay. I'm kind of really annoyed with the pay. I swear I will put this up and down that I have knockout of night. My fight against Christian Torres is arguably was fight of the night on that card between
Sure.
mine and Christian, and then Chris Camozzi and Hunt. One of us two
Sure.
had the fight of night, but it was still amazing fight. And
Yeah.
then fight of night on the last card too, for sure. Josh Hubbard versus me was definitely the fight of night, and I heard that they gave out like 14 bonuses or something that night. Physically impossible since there was only like 13 fighters and I did not get a bonus. So I'm kind of, you know what I mean? I don't know if the numbers are correct, but
Yeah.
just doing my math, because I'm not the smartest dude in the world, but the math doesn't add up to me.
Yeah, I can't speak on that because I have no idea. But yeah, it's weird. Like I've talked to some people and they say like, oh, well, I can say this. I talked to Michael Larimore and he had a fight short notice and he didn't get knockout of the night or fight of the night, but he sent Dave a message and he said, hey, short notice fight, blah blah blah. And Dave was like, you're right. So he sent him some money. So like it's so weird though. Like I don't know. Like I said, I don't have anything to do with that. I don't know. But yeah, I mean, it is kind of frustrating, especially when you guys put your face and your health on the line and speaking of that, like you've been through all these crazy battles and crazy wars, fight of the nights. Have you suffered any major injuries in any of those battles? Like you take a lot of like you take and give a lot of punishment when you have a fight of the night quality fight.
Just, yeah, just my hands. But like even my last one, I was knocked down 5 times. Josh Hubbard, my opponent, I don't know if you guys keep up with him or not. He's never ever gonna fight again. Unfortunately, he had a brain tumor from a CAT scan and cracked his skull. And he fought with that. Like you see, like he knocked me down 5 times, and it's just crazy. Like I kept getting up. I see all these other fighters get knocked down, and they get on their knee and they look at the ref and they see the ref count to 3, and they're like, "Oh, I got 5 more seconds to stay down." No, and then the fight will be over. They're looking for an exit. They're
Sure,
looking for I'm over here trying to look for a way to get the ref to leave me the hell alone so I could continue to fight, even if I'm getting my ass kicked. I'm not looking for a way out. I'm looking for to be in there, and it's gonna be no different come October 25th. I'm gonna be looking for only exit I'm looking for is with my hand in the air. But every fight I do, I'm not trying to get it. I'm going in to be killed or to kill someone, and I feel like a bonus or something should be an award. I mean, I feel like I'm not gonna call people out on the knockout night bonus, but kind of a letdown, and it's just frustrating to me. I put a lot of time and effort, and I've been loyal to BKFC, and I just feel like dude, I got more UFC gear than I do BKFC gear. Only BKFC stuff I have, I bought a hoodie once. That's all I got. Like I'm like, what? Like, at least hand out some gear.
it is kind of weird because I've talked to other fighters, and granted, the app's not super expensive, but I'm kind of shocked that you guys, when you fight for the company, you don't automatically get like, hey, give us your email, and we'll, as long as you're on the roster, you get free, at least for the app and stuff. Like I've talked to some fighters, and they go, look, like I work full time. I fight as much as I can, but like I don't get a lot of fights, and they're like, I don't have the money to be throwing like I have a family, so I don't have the money to be buying the app and doing this. And it's kind of weird that you guys put your lives on the line and you can't even get like a free, like I said, you can't even watch yourself if you want it.
Yeah, for sure. I don't understand it. I mean, I love Dave, and it's nothing against Dave. I feel like there's too many. They just got, they put you fight one time for them on the prospect or whatever, and they call you on the roster. I'm like, you're not on the roster. I think you got to fight more than 3 or 4 times, and like, unfortunately, everybody's on the roster if they fought one time, but they need to start deleting people off that roster if they're not actively fighting
Sure.
or actively looking for a fight. They just need to support. I feel like give us fighters that are out there supporting them, and actively fighting for them. I feel like a little, throw us a little bone on the side would be nice every now and then.
Okay, so you are with Slaughterhouse, and Ryan is a very polarizing figure. You either love Ryan or you hate Ryan. And I tell Ryan all the time that he's the bad guy of BKFC, like I said, I like him. He's got some great fighters, but he's not well liked by a lot of the people. And sometimes I wonder if because you're part of his crew, that rubs off on you. And like, yeah, we love Andrew, but he's also with Ryan, so we're not gonna.
You know, I have thought about that. I love Ryan. Ryan's a great manager, and he everything he said he's done or is gonna do, he has done for me. So I have nothing, no complaints about Ryan one bit.
Sure,
But I do feel like they kind of rubbed that off on me a little bit. There's been a few conversations and a few things said here and there between BKFC staff with me about Ryan or vice versa. Um, but you know, dude, he's my manager. He does everything he's gonna say, and I feel like I'm not gonna turn on him just because
sure,
he has he is the bad guy of the show, but he also does exactly what he's gonna do and does it for me. So I can't just be like, Ryan, they hate you, so I gotta let you go. That's not how it works. At least
sure,
in my mind, I know a lot of other fighters be like, oh, I'm out. The first, but no, I gotta. He does exactly what he says he's gonna do, and nothing but respect for Ryan and all the Slaughterhouse fighters. But I definitely feel us Slaughterhouse fighters get rubbed on for whatever the little beef might be, and I have no idea what that beef is. I don't know. I haven't looked into it enough. But
sure.
whatever it is, you're 100% hitting that nail on the head. I agree.
Okay, so when we talked last time, you had a gym and you loved your gym, but I feel like I saw that you closed it because you wanted to focus on yourself more. Like, right? Or
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Like dude, I'm so loyal to. I've been so loyal to BKFC, and this way I'm kind of got a little bit of a little annoyance. I guess you're a little bit annoyed. A little bit is because I closed my gym. I'm focusing on being a. I want to fight BKFC. And I keep getting only fights in Colorado, which is cool, but they only come to Colorado twice a year, so that's not cool. I want to fight elsewhere. I want to
sure,
fight as much as possible. I'm only getting older. These runs I take, getting my road work in, my knees are starting to hurt. My
sure,
arthritis is starting to come old. I've been fighting since 2008, man. So it's like, um, I want to fight, and I've closed my gym down just to focus on fighting BKFC and whatnot. I've turned down other contracts from other fight leagues, bare knuckle fight leagues. MMA bare knuckle. I've turned down not a contract, but a fight with them
sure.
because I want to fight for BKFC. So I'm trying to stay loyal to them, but I feel like that I can only do so much, and if other people want to treat me well, and then I might have to jump over the train track. But I love BKFC. Nate did me right every time, even though he annoys me sometimes because he's so busy. But he does me right. And Dave always answers my phone call, always texts me right back. So I have nothing but love and respect for him.
Sure.
Maybe it's me. Maybe I need to just vocalize a little better and be like, Dave, bro, I put my life on the line out there. I couldn't remember my own name after that fight, bro. Come on, shoot me something, Maybe
Sure.
I just need to vocalize more. Maybe it's me. I don't know. But dude, this next fight, I'm not gonna leave it in the hands like that, so it don't matter. It's gonna be a fun one.
We talked to Redneck Mundell before, and he said he misses the days where being a great fighter was more important than the social media and the trash talk and the hyping yourself up. And when like if you had a great fight, fight of the night performance, knockout of the night performance, that was what spoke volumes and got you the next fight, and had people talking about you. And now it seems like you could have that, and if you're not like saying how trash Austin Trout is at 165 and how you'll kill, you know what I mean? And it's so weird how
Nothing
like,
now.
yeah, and it's
It's
it social
crazy.
media, yeah,
It's all about social media, how many likes you can get. how much you ticket sales you sell to your random people. Like this fight. So my last fight, I always sell a bunch of tickets. But
Sure.
this fight, I'm like, I'm sending BKFC proof because I wanted to make sure they know I'm sending everybody to the webpage to sell tickets. I bought literally just a handful of tickets. Everyone else that wants tickets from me, I sent them to the webpage. And I still
Sure.
haven't even got my tickets. I'm like, bro, how can I even sell tickets for you guys if you don't give me tickets till fight week? And then I have to leave on Wednesday from my hometown where I sell the tickets. So I'm like, you guys, it doesn't. They got it. It's just a mess. I wish we could just fight and not have to be the social influencer things because yeah, it's no fun for me.
It is kind of crazy because they finally announced the main event for Montana yesterday at the event, and that fight's less than a month away, and they're just now announcing. And I feel like, and we talked to somebody from Genesis the other day, Courtney, who switched and went over to BYB, and she said, "Look, I knew about my fight actually 2 months in advance, so I can prepare for it." You have these other guys who are like, "Oh crap, now it's a month out, and I'm trying to quickly get some sponsors and trying to get in shape with a month to go." And I feel like that's the one thing that I like BKFC would do well on is like, hey, we're going to Colorado on this date. Give you guys 2 months. Give you guys 8 weeks to set up and everything. And like you said, I feel like the tickets just went available for you guys last week, or like
They
it was
did. They did. I had so many messages like, "Hey, how do you buy tickets?" And I was like, they should be for sale." They literally just went on sale last week. That's so crazy to me. And you know, people want to buy tickets the moment the fight poster's released. Tickets
sure.
should be on sale.
I concur. Um, are you still doing the landscaping thing for work
Oh
and
yeah,
stuff? Okay, I
yeah.
wasn't.
I own my own company, so I can't get out of it. And I love it. I love working with all the customers I have. I don't have to deal with the same person every day, and it's just a fun job. So I ain't going anywhere from that for a while.
Okay, after your fight at 165, you're gonna knock this guy out. Knockout of the night. What's next for Andrew Yates?
Jeez, I don't know. I've had an offer to go to Game Bread MMA.
Okay.
I am. It's up there. I would love to go back. I would love to do that. I would love to do it. I've talked to President Go at Karate Combat.
Okay.
So maybe Karate Combat would be cool. Maybe I reach out back to him and say, "Hey, bro, I'm ready." BYB has offered me a multiple fight deal. But first things first, I'm gonna knock this guy out, and then I'll let BKFC offer something. If they want to offer, they can. If they don't, that's cool too. I don't know why they wouldn't. I've had nothing but spectacular fights, even off my one loss. I've never
Sure.
said no to any of the opponents they offered me, so I don't. I'm pretty easy to work with. At least I think so. I get all my medicals done pretty fast. Um, so yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna stay loyal to BKFC.
Sure.
If they want, if BKFC has something in the works afterwards, and I'm gonna talk to Dave and be like, "Hey, what's next? I want to be ready again." Hey, then I'll stay with them. If not, then I'm gonna have to look at other outlets because I want to stay as active as possible before I break my hips and knees out.
Well, it's kind of interesting because, like, what I've been told is, as long as you're not the champion, you're allowed to fight outside the promotion. You're just not allowed to do bare knuckle. I don't know about the bare knuckle MMA. I don't know if that follows under the same thing, but I know like Michael Heckert was supposed to fight in Karate Combat, and he's still under BKFC. So you can still fight outside the promotion. The last that I heard. It's just they're not allowing champions, which makes sense. You don't want your champions
Yeah,
like Gogo. But I feel like maybe you could go be active and take some other fights and but and still
yeah,
keep
for
me.
sure. I could, but the thing is, what happens is I was gonna take a fight on my last fight card, on the last fight for another card, and then they go, "Oh wait, we got a fight offer for you." As
Yeah,
I'm getting the contract, so then I had to turn that promoter down and be like, "Actually, they just offered me a fight," and
sure,
it's like, you know what I mean? And then even this fight card actually, BKF bare knuckle is getting legalized in Colorado for like smaller shows, and
sure.
there's a show November 9th in Denver. It's called Sparta. It's like
Oh,
the
sure, I've heard
biggest
of them.
MMA show in
Yeah,
Colorado. They're gonna do a bare knuckle show too, and their matchmaker offered me a fight, and I had to say, well, I BKFC's coming October 25th. I think I'm gonna get a fight on that card. I'm not sure,
Sure.
so I can't say yes or no. But as a matchmaker, I have to put myself in his shoes and go, well, I can't wait for you to hopefully you
Sure.
get a fight. I got a fight, which is great, but you know what I mean. So
Yeah.
it's hard to take those fights because I want to fight BKFC. I want to fight for them. I want to do multiple fights, and so if they offer one over some other show, I'll fight for BKFC.
Okay, so other than being active, you're saying you're intense and happy with BKFC. You just wish you'd be more active.
Yeah. Oh, I love BKFC. I love everyone over there. They all treat me super good. I mean, we've had our hiccups here and there, but who doesn't? I just want to be active, 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 active. And when I talk about multi-fight deal, I want a multi-fight deal with 3 fights in a year. You know what I mean? I don't want, oh, you got 3 fights in the next 20 years. No, 3 fights in 1 year or something like that. I don't just want to talk about a multi-fight deal. I want we're gonna fight you 3 times in a year as long as you're healthy and come
Sure.
out of them good. So that's what I want.
And I don't feel like that's too much to ask. You know what I mean? Like, like
No.
at the bare minimum, it should be two for sure. You have some guys that are coming up who haven't fought in a year. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And it's so crazy to think like, like this
that's
is what you guys do
crazy.
for money. And like and we saw Luis Palomino fought Austin Trout, and he said, look, it was clearly, I mean, it was like a one-sided fight, but Luis also was saying like, I have ring rust, like I'm the champion and I haven't fought in months and months and months, and you guys got to fight me more. Do you notice any ring rust or?
I it's not ring rust, but it's like you try to stay active, like you're training, and then for me, I'm the kind of guy that needs a goal. I need a light at the end of the tunnel I'm reaching for. And so after, like, let's say I win a fight, it's hard for me to keep training so hard for months and months,
Sure.
and people asking you over and over, when's your next one? When's your next one? And I'm like, uh, I don't know when my next one is. You know what I mean? That's so hard for me. So as long as I could do a 2, 3 months of training, and then they're like, hey, we got another fight lined up. That'd be cool. But it's when I'm getting to those 4 or 5 months, I'm like, man, I need something at the end of the tunnel, because then I start to slack off, and I start slacking. All my gym times start to lower, and it just keeps going down from there. Um, yeah, the thing with Palomino like that though is not only the ring rust with us, but it kind of hurts. And I've talked to other bare knuckle fighters. We see these other guys that get knocked out, and then they fight 3, 4 weeks later. I'm like, first, how did you get unsuspended from that?
Sure.
Second, like, bro, like, you literally take you. I know what's happening is they're paying you a little bit of money, a little bit of cheese, just to go fight again, because they know you'll show up for nothing, some pennies on the dollar, and get knocked out to their guy. But those are the guys that I feel like are ruining the bare knuckle. I'm not gonna mention a bunch of names, but it's like, geez, get those guys out of here. Those guys that are 1-8. Like, come on, man. Thanks for the love and the respect of you trying to fight, but bro, you're 1-8. Go train, and then come back.
That's I've talked about this before with some of the people on the Reddit. I would love if BKFC would institute some sort of like, I don't know if you ever watched that Welcome to Wrexham with Ryan.
Mm-mm.
Okay, so anyway, so it's kind of basically, I mean, it's about the soccer team, but if you keep winning, you move up. Like so say the ultimate goal is to be on the number card, but if you're one
Yeah,
and eight, you're not allowed to be on the number cards anymore. You get relegated, you get sent down. Like, maybe you go to maybe you go to fight night cards, and if you can't win there,
yeah.
you go to prospect cards, and send you down, so you're fighting kind of like, I see some fights, and I know Nate tries to do his best, but I see some fights, and you're like, that seems like such an obvious mismatch. And look, sometimes the underdog absolutely crushes a guy, and you're like, holy shit, I didn't see that coming. But a lot of the time, it's a lump, one-sided beatdown.
Yeah.
And I wish there was some way to kind of like, if you win, you keep moving up, and you fight the best of the best. And if you lose, maybe you go fight some people that are more your speed.
No, I completely agree. There's one fighter, I'm not gonna mention his name because he is a nice dude, but man, he wins me so much money every time he fights, because I'll just drop a bag of money on his ass because I know he's gonna knock the hell out. And
Right.
Every damn time he fights, and he's coming up, he got another fight. I think he's like 1-5 in BKFC now, and I'm like, bro, why are they giving you another fight? And I'm gonna put money on him to lose again. I don't even know who he's fighting, and I could care less. I know he's gonna get hit. He's gonna go to a knee, and he's gonna be done. And I'm like, just train, man. You need to go to a gym and train. BKFC is on this level now. Bare Knuckle in general is on a level that it's mainstream. That there's guys killers out there, like Kai Stewart, Palomino Trout,
Yeah.
Tony Loco. There's fucking monsters. We're monsters now that are out here.
Yeah.
Um, you can't be putting these guys that are journeymen that are just trying to get a quick $800 paycheck. Like, first, none of us are gonna fight for $800. I'm not getting hit bare knuckle for $800.
Right.
But second, you know, you put someone in there with me or Chris Camozzi, Marcus Edwards. Oh my god, bro. I feel bad for that guy. I feel horrible because that dude's getting $800 to get his ass killed,
Sure.
and that's
Okay.
just not cool.
Your upcoming opponent, like he's got some experience in bare knuckles, so it's not like the one thing that I kind of don't like either is you see someone like we just watched somebody with like 7 fights take on a guy who had a fight type of thing. You know what I mean? So like it's the whole like bare knuckle thing. Your guy is he 3-3? I can't remember his record, but I believe he's got some experience in the bare knuckle thing. So I like that
Yeah,
about him. Like, what do you know about him? Is there like, I mean, were you and Jake and your dad able to come up with like a good enough game plan already, or
we ain't watched shit on him.
okay,
I don't care. I know he's from Extreme Couture. I love Extreme Couture. I used to train there. Every
okay,
time I go to Vegas, that's the gym I go to train with Dennis Daves, and Eric. That's a great gym, great group of fighters. Um, I
it
I
is what
don't
it
care
is.
what he does. It is what it is. I'm training for me. I'm training to beat his ass and get through there, kind of make a statement so I could ask for some more money, but also to be like, look, dude, I had one bad day in the office. You've had, but people have had a bunch of bad days in the office. I had one, and I kept getting up. Like, let's give me some fights, give me some money, let's do this, kind of thing. So I'm just training for me, right? I have my coach and my dad, and everyone has watched him. I'm sure. I
You just
I don't
listen
know
to
too
them,
much about him.
yeah. Okay, so after
I do
this
know
fight,
his stomach says Thug Life. He got tattooed Thug Life on his stomach, so I'm assuming he's a thug.
there you go. So after this fight, we should see you at 155, is what you're saying, and you're hoping to fight
I
more.
I hope my nutritionist and I, Andy Thompson's my nutritionist. The dude's been with me now. This is my third or fourth fight with him. He got my number. He knows exactly what I'm doing when I'm doing it, how I'm doing it. He knows when I cheat. And he tells me. Last week he told me, "Oh, you'll weigh this much. If you do this, you'll weigh this much." Um, 55s is nothing. Honestly, if they give me a fight in the winter, like December, January, we might even be able to make 45s. To be honest, because landscaping, there's not too much
Sure,
landscaping in December, so I could focus on fighting. Um, I would definitely have to make it. It would have to be worth it, my while to
sure.
make it, but I probably could even make 45s.
Okay. Awesome. Well, I look forward to seeing you again. We still love you on the Reddit. Like I said, sorry that some of the people were, and it's so weird too. Like, and I feel like if you're going to be critical, like, constructive criticism, a lot of you guys can deal with. If you're just an asshole, like I don't, like that does nothing for anybody. So I get that. But
Nah,
like I said, we
they're,
still love you. We want to see you around still.
yeah, they're cool. They're cool. It's all cool. Dude, honestly, to me, it's just the fact that so many people were like, and I still you Mick and Mish. I'll do interviews with you guys, but I could send screenshots of these other guys asking, "Oh, can I have an interview? Can I have an interview?" Before my fight with Josh Hubbard.
Sure.
After my fight, they don't want. Then they can't. They unfollow or what, bro? I'm like, dude, don't be that guy. Don't be that
Sure.
guy. Like, I had one loss. Yes, I got knocked down 5 times, but I got up every time, and I was arguing to fight again.
Absolutely.
That sixth time. Um, so it just kind of honestly, I wasn't. I was more hurt and annoyed. I was more annoyed that I was like, I gave those guys interviews and was cool with them and
Sure.
talked with them and you know, just for them to be gone. I'm like, you know what? F you guys. And it's cool. It's cool. It's a learning experience for me.
Sure.
But October 25th, it's a different game. And I'm coming in there to knock this dude's head off or get my head knocked off. I don't know which one, but I'm pretty positive I know the outcome's going to be a good one for my side. And I'm excited for it. I'm just excited to get back in there. I'm excited that it's not in a small damn ring. That's what I'm excited for. That never invite me to a prospect card again. That ring was so damn small. Like, man, my trampoline's bigger than that.
Okay, so you were talking about being the main event on the undercard. I will speak to this. So BKFC does a lot of analyticals to find out what people like watch the fights. And actually, they found out that like the last fight of the night on the prospect, or the last fight of the undercard, actually gets huge views on YouTube, and they put it on YouTube. So by them putting you on there, it actually gets you a lot of views, and they know clearly you've had 3 fight of the night, level, the knockout, so there's a reason they put you there for a reason. And granted, like I cornered Tommy, and he was like, absolutely, I won't be on the undercard, but like I said, they do a lot of analyticals, and there's a reason. Like someone like Zach Kalmus usually headlines the undercard. That guy gets crazy amount of views on YouTube. So I feel like they know like you're going to put out a war, you're going to knock someone's block off, and they want as many people to see you to buy the app. So I feel like that's why.
Yeah, maybe. I never thought of it like that. And if you put it that way, I'm cool with it. But like when I first just saw it, I was like, "What the heck? What a letdown, bro! What a slap in the face!" But no, if you put it like that, dude, yeah, no, that's cool. But maybe Nate should like tell me, be like, "Hey, bro, this is why. Don't take it as an insult," or tell Ryan to tell me that, or you know, maybe they don't even know that I took it as an insult because, like I said, I'm not very vocal about it. This is probably the most vocal I've been about it. I'm usually just like, it is what it is. We're gonna move on, because at the end of the night, I could be co-main event, main event, or first fight of the night. I'm getting paid the same. So at the end of the day, the check's gonna read the same. So I really could care less when it comes down to it. But it does kind of. I was kind of like, dang, that sucks. But now you put it like that. Maybe I'm completely wrong and I'm a retard, which is probably positive. But maybe they're just building it up that they know that I'm gonna put on a great fight no matter what, and
I think that's it.
We're gonna move on and go from there and get bigger and bigger and bigger. Dude, BKFC, if you're listening, please, Nate, please, Dave. 3 fights in a year. 3. Let's go Utah, somewhere else, and
New
somewhere else. Let me go
Mexico.
see
Sure.
somewhere.
Yeah.
Let's go Utah, New Mexico, and then send me somewhere cool like Spain, but somewhere cool. It doesn't have to be out of the country, but somewhere. I'm down. Let's do this. 3 fights in a year, and I'll be happy as a doll, a clam. I'll be happy as a clam, as my wife always says.
Yeah. Okay, and then my last question: you have a title on the line at your, Chris Camozzi versus DP. How do you see that one going?
Bro, I have to go with Chris. Chris, my man. So I'm gonna go with him. He's I think he's got a pretty hard fight, but DP also just fought one of Chris Camozzi's, I guess, teammates. But Chris, how I like to think about it is you got Chris, who's varsity. You got the guy that DP just beat, maybe more like a JV level, a very good JV level, like but so DP's also stepping up in game, and I don't think it's gonna be as easy as he thinks. I mean, dude, I watched the Chris Camozzi Lorenzo Hunt fight numerous times. I love Hunt. I think Hunt's a badass. Dude's nothing but been so cool to me every time I met him. He shakes my hand. He even knew my name and I was like, bro, you know my name? He called me by first name when I met him. Like I was like, how the hell do you know who I am? Like,
that's awesome.
But it is. Yeah, I felt like I was kind of like, yeah, he knows my name. That's me. But you know, at the end of the day, I feel like Chris won that fight too. So I feel like Chris is gonna come out as a champion, and I think Lorenzo Hunt's they're gonna have to do a rematch, and it's gonna be a great fight. And I don't want to be on. I want to be in the crowd watching that fight because that's gonna be an amazing one.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for your time. Good luck hunting. Good luck in the fight, and we look forward to talking to you again.
Sounds good.
Thanks, buddy.
I thank you guys. I'll see you around. Let's get this win.
All right, bye.